welcome back. I'm Tedward. Welcome to beautiful Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Bridgestone has brought us out here to do their winter driving school, and more notably, to test out their new Blizzak 6. It's going to be a phenomenal day, but hopefully, if you're looking to find out what do you need to drive in the snow and what kind of skills can you acquire with some learning by some great instructors, well, this is the place to do it. So let's jump in some cars. We're gonna have some fun in a few different vehicles, and I can't wait to show you what you could do out here, because believe it or not, this isn't just some press thing. This is a thing they put on, and you can come out and pay for some driving lessons in the snow. All right, guys, now we're in the GR Corolla. This is a manual one, which is fun. We've got all-wheel drive. We got the new Blizzak 6, which we haven't tested yet, but the idea for the Blizzak 6 is essentially to get snow tires on performance vehicles, because WS90 is a very chunky thing and it's not necessarily performance oriented, and it's not something you're going to want to put on like your Porsche or McLaren or even really your Supra. I mean, I've used it on my Honda Civic Type R and it works incredible in deep packed snow. You're never going to get stuck. But I will tell you, it is not an entertaining tire to drive, whereas the Blizzak 6, probably going to sacrifice a little bit of that grip, but for the sake of more entertainment when it comes to actual like winter driving. Stay inside. There's a little bit of grip here. Yep. We're just gonna coast. It's all gone. There it is.
You got it.
Go nice and wide here. Downshift to first.
Off the gas. Wait. Now gas. Steering out. Good. Then off. Gas. Then off. Get the steering where you want gas. Then off. Back left. Gas and off. Gas. There you go. Nice.
After we spent the morning doing a little bit of a driving clinic, which I'll show you a piece of that later in the 4Runner, we went out and did a couple different modules. So here I'm first learning what the surface is going to be like and what the car is going to be like on the Blizzak 6s and the GR Corolla. So forgive me if I'm a little quiet, but just enjoy kind of learning where the grip is, where the grip isn't, because remember, this is essentially a bed of ice that just gets snowed on over and over and over again. So this may not be perfectly characteristic of the road. So one of the things that I was learning about these tires was how well they were putting up with incredibly slick conditions, but also how cautious I had to be with my inputs.
There you go. Off. Back right.
Did I touch it? Did I touch
You're
it?
good. You're good.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah, she's a bit slick now, but we've combined both of the sides of these courses, this module, and we're gonna see how the GR Corolla on Blizzak 6 handles this. Oh, come on!
There's nothing here.
Feel free to introduce handbrake. There we go.
That wasn't much.
And we're just gonna enjoy ourselves because this is the end of the day.
Slicker.
And it's a little rough, it's a little bumpy. And then we're going.
Lane change, yeah, so it'll change to the
Oh, that's the lane change.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's a little different.
All right. And we're gonna try a little ABS and steering. And honestly, this does pretty well under that condition, which is refreshing. But
That way, yeah.
I know it looks like we're barely moving, and there's one cone, sorry. But we're in pretty slick conditions. We've been driving the snow off of this the entire day, but
Nice.
and then we've got a little stop box up here. Look at that, it's just plowing.
That's slick.
This is a blast though. I am so thankful to be out here. It's still a beautiful day. Good?
Yep, you're good. And stop box is clear.
Just gonna
be hard.
Yeah.
I'm ready with the handbrake.
Feel free. Like, honestly, go for it. There we go.
There we go. And then one more lap.
Straight up.
Yep.
Great. Go for it here if you'd like.
No, it's not going to do much here. On the uphill. Keep it wide and then brake.
Stop box is clear.
Unwind a little. Just a here? There you go.
There it is.
Good. Back that way. Good. And brake. This is going to be bad.
Yeah, we're just going to go straight through it. We can thread that, baby.
Slow here.
But what I love about this is it's a fairly inconsequential way to learn what you can and can't do in a car. And, you know, this is what teaches you that, like, hey, by the way, you can't go that fast.
Yeah.
You know, I see a lot of people, especially in the South, looking at you, Atlanta, over the last, you know, couple days. You can't approach things at 40 miles an hour that you usually approach at 40 miles an hour. It's like literally this corner, it looks inconsequential. It looks like this just, oh, it's just a decreasing radius thing. But this is glare ice.
Into the box.
Into the box.
Nice.
Look at this. I mean, there's nothing here, which, you know, to the detriment of slides and fun, can look a little silly and boring, but, you know, for the sake of, like, learning what you can and cannot do in a car, that's what this is about. That's what Bridgestone's here doing, is trying to show off, of course, a new tire that's going to come out, but give a little bit for everybody to understand, like, you know, if you've never driven in snow or you rarely drive in snow and you're going to be, yeah, you really do have to do stuff like this to understand it.
Back left. There we go.
I'm clear.
Yep, good.
And we've got our lane change ahead.
You can make it. Yeah, you're good. Back right.
There
Nice.
we go.
Slower here.
Patience.
Try and get to some of that. Yeah, you're
Let
good.
me know when turn 4 is clear for me to fix the cones.
We just left turn 4, but I'm not sure if anybody's trailing me.
After us, I think we should be clear.
It's just ice.
In the pit area where the driver's heading.
Nice. Like it needs a little help with the opening the diff, center diff there. I think that's what this thing does. At least that's what it feels like the handbrake does.
Yeah.
Like
That's,
it doesn't take much, but it feels like it's disengaging the center, so you freeze it up a little.
My driver wants to try the 86.
Perfect. Mine wants to try the Corolla, so let's go ahead and switch up.
this is so brutal right
Yeah,
here.
guys, we do have time in the schedule for one more round.
Welcome to the Toyota 4Runner, where we've got our instructor Mary, we've got Jake from Out Motorsport in the rear, and we're doing a little bit of a turning circle test to learn about oversteer and understeer. So this is pretty slick, and there's a lot of camera. I don't know how much that's going to show here, but we're going to give it a turn, wait, get a little bit of oversteer, and then, oh boy, there's a big slide. Okay, so what we're having to deal with here is ultra low grip environments where you're initiating a turn with essentially zero hopes of making that turn in the moment you want to make it. So you're going to have to figure out how to assess that turn along the way. So the surface is ever changing. We may encounter situations where we're going to have absolutely nothing. We may encounter situations where the front's going to hook up, which is going to allow the rear to kind of step out. But we'll play around and see where we're at.
Play around. Get a little bit of understeer, a little bit of oversteer. Everything is delayed on ice.
We're approaching our road. We're gonna take a left. Nothing's happening. Oh, but we found some grip. Now it's gonna oversteer. So we gotta find our way back to this without losing the car, without pushing it off the road, and without spinning the car.
But it wasn't all about sports cars. We also got to test out the new Dueler Ascent, which is a 3-peak rated tire, meaning it's not necessarily a snow tire, but it is rated to perform as a snow tire. And this is something I'm quite interested in because I'm going to need a tire just like this on my GX460 because the original OEM tires spec'd on my Lexus are not very good in the snow. I find the stopping distances to be a little bit inadequate. So let's test out 2 tires back to back. We're going to test out the Bridgestone Dueler Ascent and its competitor, the Pirelli Scorpion, and just see what it does on the same handling circuit.
Let's test out the new Ascents. Ooh, baby. It's a glazed day here in Colorado, but we'll test it out in the 4Runner. Even on power, that was allowing me to turn, which I am genuinely impressed with. You can hear that traction control going bonkers. It's doing some braking up front for me there. It is so entertaining listening to these 4Runners. Listen to that. Now this is all glare ice on some of those sections, so it is pretty impressive that this is taken. We'll lift off, get in a little bit. It's taking away my slip angle, unfortunately, which would have helped me through that corner a little faster, but that's okay. We've got what we need, and they're stopped, and we're likely swapping. If we don't, we'll just follow them around again. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna try this same course, same car on the competitor. This is the Pirelli Scorpion. So, all right, I'll be a little ham-fisted on the exit. Oh yeah, that required more than the lift or little dab to get the car rotated. That does not have the front end grip that I had a minute ago. And now this is the test. Trying to get it through here. Yeah, definitely no power, not even the slightest hint. That one I could breathe on it a little bit. I'm gonna turn in now and see if I can get it up the hill. But I've had to now really adjust my line and add more inputs to get the vehicle to point the direction that I want it to. The other thing that I learned is I can use some of this snow to trick the car into turning. They're good. Let's send it along.
Go ahead and start bringing it in.
We'll do one more.
Nice turnaround.
I mean, look, it's still a formidable tire for sure, but there is a noticeable difference in getting this thing kind of turned in, especially when there's already, it's funny, we were driving these with everything off earlier, and so now I'm like just accustomed to having it sideways. But I've had to really adjust, look like we are just gliding across this instead of finding our way back. Yeah. All right, well, look. This is inspiring because I need a set of better dedicated snow tires, honestly, on my GX460, and that should do the job.
There's so much that we did at this event that I honestly can't even show all of it. I might make a members only video where I put everything up, but what I can tell you is I was attracted to this event because of the tires. I wanted to drive new snow tires and find out what is the latest and greatest that I can put on a sports car and make it perform in the winter. Well, then I realized the real story here is this Bridgestone winter driving school. Anyone can go to this, and everyone should go to this because I see so many unnecessary accidents. I see so many people put too many inputs into a car and get nowhere and crash. This will teach you how to drive in low friction environments, and I'm really thankful that they do this. So maybe you can't make it out to Steamboat Springs, Colorado to do this particular event, but look locally, see if there's anything else. But if you can get out to Colorado for this event, I highly recommend it, and thank you so much to Bridgestone for inviting me. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and I'll see you in the next one.